Northwest Now is supported, in part, by viewers like you. Thank you.
If you remember 1976, and viewers of this program almost certainly do, it's been 50 years since our last birthday blowout for the good old US of A. Now we're doing it again, and part of it includes Ken Burns' new series, The American Revolution. We'll have a preview. We're talking with local historian and Northwest Now regular Michael Sullivan about what life was like in Western Washington 250 years ago. Representatives from the Daughters of the American Revolution and the Living History Association are here to preview plans for a year of celebration. And our Steve Kiggins with the story of local ties to the celebration of American Revolutionary history. America at 250 is the focus next on Northwest Now. While the Pacific Northwest was out of sight and out of mind in 1776, as Steve Kiggins tells us now, that's not stopping local celebrations and examinations of Revolutionary history.
On a country highway in Oregon's Marion County, you'll find horses grazing along the roadside. Fewer than 500 call this small town of St. Paul home. It's about halfway between Portland and Salem in the Willamette Valley. St. Paul is famous for its summertime rodeo, and the final resting place for one of America's original patriots.
This is the only known patriot that's buried in the Pacific Northwest.
David Witter says the Oregon Sons of the American Revolution annually leaves a wreath at William Cannon's headstone inside the St. Paul Pioneer Cemetery to honor Cannon's service and highlight connection to community.
They were instrumental in forcing Cornwallis to return up north. It's the Over Mountain men that were involved with that are the same kind of people that were the fur traders that came to the West Coast.
Witter says researchers believe Cannon fought for America's independence in South Carolina in the 1780s before joining an expedition to establish Fort Astoria in 1811. History shows Cannon then moved westward to work for the Hudson's Bay Company at Fort Vancouver, where his tradecraft is recreated by volunteers like Balthazar Puig.
Who would have recognized this place? He's the Forrest Gump of his time. He managed to go through every major event of his lifetime being unnoticed. And I think there's some humility there that it just speaks volumes.
Researchers say Cannon settled in French Prairie near Champoeg, where he joined a majority among pioneers voting to establish the Provisional Government of Oregon in the early 1840s. That vote later visualized in this 1923 Theodore Gagot painting titled The Inception of the Birth of Oregon. Near center frame, standing next to fellow pioneer Joseph Meek, viewers peer over the shoulder of the nearly 90-year-old Cannon, his long white hair and white beard showing his age, as if Cannon's long and storied past leads us to a moment that offers a vision towards a future for the American Pacific Northwest that is all but inevitable.
Well, it's fulfilling. It tells you who you are and what your family went through in order for you to be where you are. And that's important.
In Marion County, Oregon, Steve Kiggins, Northwest Now.